Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is getting much closer to a potential breakout, while Ethereum just confirmed the retest of this previous resistance, which I'll talk about later in the video, so make sure to watch to the end. First of all, just giving you a quick update here on the 3-day Bitcoin charts, because right now, as I've recorded this video, this hidden bullish divergence is technically still playing out on the 3-day Bitcoin charts. And so once again, as I said a couple of days ago, this technically means we're still looking more bullish than bearish if you're talking about the much larger trend here on the larger timeframes, like the 3-day chart or the weekly chart, for example, because here on the larger timeframes, we have seen significant higher lows and higher highs since around the beginning of this year, which is technically a bullish trend. And so once again, this hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day chart now playing out is basically a signal telling us that we are continuing the larger bullish trend, which is obviously bullish on the larger timeframes. And if you're taking a look at the daily Bitcoin chart, as I've recorded in this video, the RSI is still continuing the breakout after that successful retest from this previous descending line of resistance, which is now acting as new support. And so once again, as I've explained in more detail in recent videos here on the channel, this is basically a sign of strength for the RSI and the price action. And this is actually an early signal for a potential trend reversal from bearish back to bullish here on the daily time frame, because obviously on the daily Bitcoin chart, we have been in more of a shorter term bearish trend for the last couple of months compared to that much larger bullish trend on the larger time frames, because obviously within a larger bullish trend, we can see shorter term bearish trends like what we saw back here during around February and March, and also like what we saw back during around May. Once again, these are just shorter term bearish trends within a much larger bullish trend, but right now we are potentially about to reverse into more of a shorter term bullish trend, as in a bullish trend visible on the daily time frame. And basically all we need to see to confirm that potential bullish trend on the daily time frame is simply a breakout above around 28,000 above this previous high, in order to confirm some new higher highs in the price after already now forming a higher low here in the price of Bitcoin. And as for the daily Bitcoin price oscillators, first of all, the daily Bitcoin MACD is still currently looking more bullish than bearish. And as for the RSI, once again, this is trending to the upside, showing strength. Now, technically speaking, there's a possible hidden bearish divergence, but basically, while this active bullish divergence is still playing out on the daily time frame, essentially this hidden bearish divergence or potential hidden bearish divergence is not yet confirmed. And so essentially, in order to confirm that potential hidden bearish divergence, we need to see a breakdown in the RSI into lower lows and below this ascending line of support in order to invalidate this bullish divergence here on the daily time frame. Because obviously, while this bullish divergence is still playing out, it's possible we could continue to see a rise in the price of Bitcoin above this previous high. And if that's the case, if we have higher highs in the price and higher highs in the RSI, obviously there's no bearish divergence there at all. And so that is why we would need to see more confirmation in order to actually confirm this potential hidden bearish divergence. But obviously we already have a confirmed bullish divergence, which I've been talking about since around 25 to 26K, all the way back down here. And as for short-term support and resistance, looking at the 4-hour time frame, right now, as I record in this video, the price of Bitcoin is actually bouncing from the golden pocket, which was recently acting as a resistance. And so obviously, this is technically a bullish signal anytime where the price breaks out above important resistance and actually finds support at that area. Once again, that is bullish price structure. And by the way, this golden pocket is still sitting in between around 26.8K to 26.9K approximately, which is currently acting as support. But in a more bearish scenario, if the price of Bitcoin actually confirmed to break back below around 26.8K, then in that case, it's possible we could drop down towards around 26.5K. But if that level does not hold up, then we would likely drop down towards around these lows, which is where this previous 38.2% Fibonacci level is sitting at, which is sitting at around 26.1K. But once again, as of right now, we are currently finding support at that golden pocket. And as for resistance, immediately in the short term, we have this descending line of resistance sitting at approximately 27.2K. But as you can see, the price of Bitcoin is getting a lot closer towards that resistance, towards a potential breakout. And if we do end up seeing that happening, if we do end up seeing a confirmed breakout above 27.2K, then next we do have this horizontal level of resistance, which is also a Fibonacci Fibonacci level sitting at around 27.4k. But if we break out above 27.4k, then we would likely head up towards around $28,000, basically this previous high. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this is on the daily ETH to US dollar chart, and we have now seen one daily candle close confirm above around 1660, which is the high end of this area of resistance. And in case you're new to this channel, this area of resistance in between around 1620 to 1660 has been important resistance over the last few weeks and previously important support. And so obviously it is a big deal to see a confirmed breakout above 1660 now confirmed with a daily candle close, because if you're looking at the volume profile indicator, the next significant area of resistance does not start until all the way up at around 1.8k. And so what that means is we could potentially see a movement heading up towards around 1.8k before the next major resistance, as in the next major obstacle to surpass. But obviously we can see shorter term levels of resistance which may not be as significant, but for example we could find some resistance at this previous high at around 1730 to 1740 approximately. And I'll also take a look at some levels of resistance in the short term in just a moment, but first looking at the daily Ethereum price oscillators. And as of right now, first of all, the daily Ethereum MACD is still looking more bullish than bearish, as I've said recently on the channel. And as for the daily Ethereum RSI, once again, this has been a leading indicator for the bullish price action which is now playing out, because once again, as I've been saying almost every day over the last few weeks, the RSI is already beginning to trend back to the upside, forming higher lows and higher highs, which is a sign of strength for not just the RSI, but also the price action, because often the RSI can act as a leading indicator for the price. And of course, we still have an active bullish divergence on the daily time frame still playing out, which I've been talking about almost every day since all the way back down here. And as for support and resistance, first of all, heading back to that daily time frame, we could now find support at that previous area of resistance, which was also support back here, once again sitting in between around 1620 to 1660. So once again, that could now act as new support because we have now seen breakouts above that area. But as for short-term support and resistance, looking at the 4-hour time frame at the Fibonacci levels, we have just confirmed a successful retest and bounce from the golden pocket area of resistance, which has been resistance over the last couple of weeks. And this golden pocket is sitting in between around 1660 to 1670 and is now acting as new support. And so as always, once again, anytime where we break out above resistance and actually flip that resistance into new support, technically that is bullish price structure. And so the next short-term resistance to pay attention to is the 78.6% Fibonacci level of resistance, which is sitting close to 1.7k. But if we see a confirmed breakout above 1.7k, then in that case, next I'll be looking towards these previous highs, once again at around 1730 to 1740 approximately. And as for short-term support, once again, we could find support in between 1660 to 1670, but if we actually see a break back below 1660, then in that case, we would likely find support next at around 1635. And as for the shorter term trend here on the 4-hour time frame, obviously we are currently looking more bullish than bearish. And if you want to know how to make money in crypto, no matter what direction the price is heading, whether we are bullish, bearish, or simply chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is bullish or bearish using AI, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.